What's going on, guys? It's going for a walk in a random ass neighborhood. Just chose any random neighborhood. Chose any random neighborhood. This guy talking about come outside. I'm here. Once again. Talk a lot of shit. He won't come outside. He said he'd come outside. He won't come outside. Anyway, guys, how's it going, everybody? I'm waiting for some people to come in before we start cooking this punk. What's going on, guys? We doing a little op hunting. This guy talking about, if you know where I live, come knock my door. I don't know where your door is. I'm on your block right now, though. I'm right now on your block. You can come outside. He's not gonna come outside. He'll never come outside. Just like he didn't come to Solomon's case today. So anyway, let me give you guys an update about that one, about this fool. Anyway, this punk didn't show up at court. Why? Now he's trying to play it off like it was a setup. Well, like a setup just to play a prank. Not according to his lawyer. I talked to his lawyer earlier. I gave him a phone call. Called him at like 10 o'clock this morning before he went into court. He said he was going into court. But I talked to Tony's lawyer. And he admitted he filed it. He said to me, I don't know why it got rejected. I can tell you why it got rejected. It got rejected because the case number did not match the names on the cases. Basic shit. Basic shit. But this fucking crackhead lawyer, this is the guy who Tony's relying on. Like I said, Tony, anytime you want to come outside, you can come outside. I'm going to walk up and down. But his lawyer really submitted that. He really submitted that paperwork. Now, let me show you something, guys. I'm going to tell you the problem that he has with submitting that paperwork. This is Tony's lawyer. Tony's like, I got a great lawyer. No, you don't. You got a fucking... This guy went years without even having a license. It just, for some reason, he was operating without a license, I guess. Holy shit. This is the crackhead shit that Tony's involved in. But anyway, let me show you guys something. Now, you see here, this thing right here, the ex parte application. I'm not going to show you all my messages. Oh, another one again. Oh, crane crash. It says the ex parte application is dated August 23rd, 2024, right? And then the lawyer's declaration is dated August 23rd, 2024. Now, if you look here, it says, I'm going to read this to you. I declare under penalty of perjury, under the laws of the state of California, that the foregoing is true and correct, right? That's his ex parte application. So he's sworn that that's when the application was filled out. But yet here he's claiming that he served these electronically on July 15th. So he created the paperwork on Friday, but he's claiming he served the paperwork a month and a half ago. And it's saying here, again, it's under penalty of perjury. I declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of California that the foregoing is true and correct. Guys, it even says here, executed on August 23rd, saying he electronically served him on July 15th. He created this paperwork yesterday, but he served Solomon with the paperwork a month and a half ago. Guys, again, under perjury, he said the information was true and correct. That information was neither true nor correct. What kind of fucking lawyer? What kind of lawyer are we dealing with here? This is Tony's lawyer. This is Tony's lawyer. Anyway, so he's like, oh yeah, come over here, come to my block. Come knock on my door. I don't know what door you're at. I know you gave your location away. I know you're somewhere on this block. Come outside. Shit. He won't. You know he won't. Get the fuck out of here. And his crackhead lawyer. So yeah, no, I called his lawyer earlier. And his lawyer answered the phone. I emailed him first. And I asked him, I said, listen, I believe that is Tony D'Amato, the child predator, Tony, that lives in this neighborhood. I told him, I said, I think this guy is committing fraud using your name on this. He's like, no, I actually submitted it. I said, you submitted it? He's like, yeah, I don't know why it got rejected. Again, it got rejected because the case number doesn't match the name. Tony calls it a fucking typo. Tony. He calls it a typo. All throughout that paperwork was talking about his eviction shit before it switches over to a sworn declaration that he lied in. The guy lied. This guy, all he does is bluff. All he does. He just talks shit and bluff. He's a pussy. Like I said, I'm out here. You better remember where you're at. You're in Hollywood, motherfucker. So yeah, his lawyer committed perjury. So this lawyer's name is Stephen Tamer. I think we need to report him for permitting perjury. He needs to get his license taken away. Tony's lawyer. So guys, if you can help me out with that, let's start reporting this lawyer for committing perjury on behalf of Tony D'Amato, the sexual predator, the child sexual predator. This guy fantasized about raping a child. And those fucking losers in his chat who come in there and support him, you guys are a bunch of fucking creepers too. This guy is sexually harassing a child, talking about raping him. Raping a child. That's right, Tony D'Amato in this neighborhood talk about raping a child. Come outside, Tony. Like I said, I'm out here. You want to play these games. So yeah, like I said, this is who you're working with. Here, you want to see his lawyer? Let me show you his lawyer. This guy, like I said, didn't even have a license. He was operating without a license for a few years. Yeah, I'll show you the email I sent. I sent him this. I said, hi, Stephen. A family friend was recently sent an ex parte motion in which you are listed as lawyer representing Anthony D'Amato Jr. regarding restraining order awarded to a 16-year-old against him for harassment, including sexual harassment. The documents are signed with your name with court appearance this morning. See attached. Additionally, it lists you as having provided proof of service under penalty of perjury on July 14, 2024 to the child that was granted a restraining order. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Because, buddy, you committed perjury. So, yeah, Anthony D'Amato's lawyer committed perjury. Again, this is not a guy that should be operating out here. You gotta get a new lawyer. Get somebody competent. Bitch ass. I'll walk up and down your street. I'm out here. I'm out here. Where he at? Where he at? This is a competent guy. Like I said, this guy is just all bluff. All he does is bluff. But right now, he hiding from the cops. He's hiding. This guy hides. Fucking loser. He was on another fucking meth binge. He did like a 12-hour stream again today. Fucking loser. Go enjoy it. Go outside. Go get some sunlight. Enjoy yourself. Do something. And, you know, let's talk about the people who know him best. Let's talk about his family. Let's talk about your family. Now, Anthony, I'm going to call you Anthony. What's the deal with that? You didn't even show up to your dad's funeral? You didn't even show up to your dad's funeral? And then I go on to your dad's funeral video, and you got this guy in a comment here. Let me show you guys. Now, this guy said, "Rest in peace, big guy." Talking about Tony's dad. "Rest in peace, big guy. It's always a pleasure getting to work with you. It's a shame you couldn't get Junior to follow in your steps, but we know that bipolar stunad greaseball would never amount to much. Thank you for everything you've done for me." Wow, your dad sounds like he was a good person, but this person's calling Tiny Tony a bipolar. We recognize the mental health issues, right? He is bipolar. He should get on some medication. I'm sure people have been telling him and his family that for years, but he doesn't listen. This bipolar stunad greaseball. Tony the greaseball. Gooch Grease Tony. Hey, Gooch Grease Tony, why don't you come outside? Let's talk. Where you at? Like I said, this guy told all that shit. "I got this guns and stuff." You ain't gonna do shit. Oh, let me warn this lady. Picture this dude up. Gotta get Tony's picture. I'm gonna start showing the picture around. Say, "Hey, you know this guy? Watch out for this child fucking predator. He's talking about, here, let me play a video. You wanna hear this video of him talking about raping, dreaming of raping a child? That's Tony. Gooch Grease Tony. Bitch ass. I run your fucking street." Now listen, he'll try to double down again, but it's just Tony's crashing out. He's crashing out. This guy is just spiraling, and you see it. Everybody sees it. He's just spiraling. Just now, it's just constant lies. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna file a crime report. Oh yeah, your lawyer said you didn't file. He didn't come with you to file a crime report on Saturday. You fucking liar. Such a liar. He said he never went there. What are you talking about? All you do is lie. All this guy does is bluff. He's a bitch. He sits behind his computer. I'm out here. Like I said, I'm out here. What? Come on out here. I show my location all the time. He would never show his location. Streets are scared of me. Here I am. Suck my dick. I'll come back again later. Probably tomorrow. Just wanted to give an update on that. That this guy has a fucking a low rate lawyer, a cheap ass, a scoundrel of a lawyer. And the dude committed perjury. Just straight up committed perjury. This guy's running around talking about Solomon's family committed perjury, which is bullshit. They never did it. They made allegations. The judge says, "Do you have video?" And they said yes, and they showed him video. See how easy that is? It's Tony's own words. So, I mean, where does he go from here? Where does he end up? There's no way around it. This eventually leads to him going to jail. And like I said, I'm going to be there. I'm going to come visit him. I'm going to come visit you. I'm going to give you a kiss over the phone. When you get out, I'm going to be right there. Better have somebody picking you up, because I am going to just completely humiliate you. Call you out right in the middle of the street about this child sexual predator. You know me, I'm loud. He's going to have to take it. He's going to do nothing. He's going to try to walk away. He's a little guy. He's a foot shorter than me. Get the fuck out of here. He could kiss my navel. Anyway, so that's Tony. Little bitch ass. Like I said, he's holed up in there getting ready to go on his next meth binge, crack binge. He's like, oh, he's stalking me. Yup. And it never ends. It never ends. You fucking with me. You go after little kids. You go after little kids and women. But you a bitch. I'm a bitch hunter. Hunting Tony. Hunting, putting this guy in jail. He's gonna end up in jail. He's gonna end up in jail. He's gonna end up in jail. You know it. Your lawyer's fucking gonna end up disbarred. Get a lawyer who does it, who's just slightly competent. Just slightly competent. Bitch ass. This guy hired the most incompetent person in the history of fucking law. Some eviction attorney. And then he's like, oh, it's boilerplate template. Shut the fuck up. Nobody's using your eviction paperwork as a boilerplate template. Meshing an ex parte motion related to a restraining order with paperwork that revolves around eviction. Like, you incompetent fool. And you didn't even read it before you posted it. That's what I'm saying, guys. This guy is so stupid. He didn't even read it. Or he did, and he didn't know what it meant. He just thought, oh, wow, yeah, this is profound. This is profound. You dumbass. That's why your ass, listen, that's why his ass sits there all night, live streaming, all night. Like, if he had a woman around him, wouldn't they be like, hey, honey, time to come to bed, something? No, he chooses to harass children online in the middle of the night. Children. You don't have to do these things. Like, listen, man, here's the thing. Something happens to me, people will look back and they'll say, you know, William, man, he was a cool dude. He did a lot of good things with people. There will be a lot of people who have lots of good things to say about me. Who's going to say anything good about Tony? His family won't even say anything good about him. His family won't. Even your mother, I saw your mother shopping for groceries the other day. Yes. We don't know. She's bringing the groceries into the house, you know. Gooch Grease Tony. Your people called you a fucking greaseball stunad. A bipolar Tony, greaseball stunad. Gooch Grease. You got the max greasiness. He knows. This whole day he's been ranting about me. And about other people. Like he's a victim. You ain't no victim. You're a fucking Scientologist. There is literal paperwork that shows that you were a fucking Scientologist. And here you are attacking nothing but Scientologist protesters. You're a fucking Scientologist. And anybody who defends him or supports him, you are defending somebody who is defending Scientology. What kind of fucked up person are you? You know, defend Tony, you're defending Scientology. That's what he's doing. His whole goal. I mean, like I said, some people fall for his bullshit. They're like, oh no, how could he say that? Oh no. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about this guy. I ignored this guy forever. But then when it's time to go, it's time to go. You cross the line with him. Talking about raping a child, it's time to go then. It's time to go. It's go time. So we're gonna let the whole neighborhood know. Everybody gonna know. Everybody's gonna know you have these, and it's again, we have the recording. You talking about raping a child. And imagine you come into his chat and you hear that and you be like, oh, I'm gonna hang around with this guy. This guy's funny. What the fuck is wrong with you people? You sick fucking people. The sickest fucking people. You're just as sick as him. Imagine thinking that's humorous. That's your humor? That's humorous? they're like all laughing, ha ha ha, talking about raping a child, ha ha ha, talking about sexually abusing some woman, ha ha ha. That's funny. It's funny. What's wrong with you people? But anyway, yeah, Tony, how you doing, Tony? Tony, I'll come back again tomorrow night. Maybe I'll come back a little earlier. I tried to get over here earlier, but I couldn't. Come over a little earlier. I'll wait till you're on live, so that way there's like no excuse. The people in your chat can say, hey, Streets is outside. You know, you said you wanted to talk to him. He's out there. He doesn't have a weapon. He's got a cell phone. I got a cell phone, I got my keys, and I got a backup pair of headphones. That's what I got. What are you gonna do? Bring your gun, bring your pew pew, bring it. Care? You don't even have one. And if you do, you're violating your restraining order. Another violation. You're supposed to turn that in immediately, buddy. Here goes Cutsy. Yeah, it's disappointing, Cutsy. You're alright with me. But yeah, Tony's crashing out, having all types of meltdowns. I don't live here, but if you do come over here, then I'm gonna do this. Shut up. Like I said, you gave yourself away. This guy, listen to how stupid he is. Like I said, we tested him because we knew he was on live, drove past, and we just blasted the horn going down the whole street to see if we could hear on his live, but he was live streaming somebody else. But then he went on a rant about people riding down the street blasting the horn. We did it for 1 block. We did it for 1 block. And he's like, oh, I did that. I knew you would fall for it. Why would we fall for it? Fall for what? You just randomly out of nowhere just happened to mention car horns blaring right after we did it, just randomly. Shut up. You got caught. You're so fucking stupid. Like that was that was the easiest setup. You know how easy that was? He just gave himself away. Gave himself away. And I did it because I wanted to see if I could hear it on his live. But, like I said, he was live streaming somebody else's shit. But then he started talking about it. This guy is not smart. This is not a smart person. Why do you guys listen to his shit? Like, I've been telling people for months, just ignore this guy. This guy's a loser. He's desperate for attention. We got him demonetized. Yes, we got him demonetized. Tony, if you're wondering about that, your account won't last much longer. And again, then what? Then what do you do? Oh, what do you do? Then what do you do? In order to troll, you need a platform. If you don't have a platform, it's going to be hard to be a troll. But yeah. And so then he tried to do damage control and say, oh, today was just a setup. I did it on purpose. I knew there was going to be a court. No, you actually hoped there would be. But again, it was rejected. Because your lawyer is fucking incompetent. That's who you're relying on? I know it's probably one of your friends, some fucking dirtbag. Like I said, remember, his name is Stephen Tan. I'll post it later, his information. He needs to be reported. I think he needs to be reported. Now rant. Well, Streets are stalking me. Yes. Yes, I am, sir. The difference between you and I, though. The difference between you and I is nothing bothers me. Everything bothers you. All you do is project. Found dog. Damn, that was a long time ago on 415. I hope it's all right. I would go to a neighborhood council meeting right now, but I already know that will get swatted. %100 swatting. Trying to think. Anything else we need to address before I cut this off? What else is there to address? Oh, here's another thing I like. He served Solomon supposedly electronically, even though they got the dates mixed up and committed perjury. But he did it electronically while Tony, this genius, has been saying that you can't serve it electronically, that he would not accept the way that Solomon served him via the judge's instructions. Again, the judge said they could serve him via social media, including Twitter and YouTube. And they did just that. And he's like, well, that's not acceptable form of service. And then this guy electronically tries to serve Solomon. See the genius we're dealing with? Guys, I'm going to say this again. Tony is not a smart guy. This is not a smart guy. This is not. He's just loud, bipolar, mental health issues, has just a sick individual, antisocial, deep insecurities. See, when you ever notice him, watch everything he does, his projection. All his insecurities, everything he's saying about other people, they're really all his own issues. Everyone, just watch it closely. Yeah, he was freaking out the other night too. When he found out that we knew where he's at, his block, he was freaking the fuck out. He's crashing out. Crash out Tony. Gooch Grease Tony. The ultimate bluffer. Like I said, guys, don't listen to this guy anymore. Don't even listen to him. He's going to come on there later on. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. He's not going to do anything. He's going to suck my dick. That's what he's going to do. Every time. Streets can't talk to me like that. I'm not going to put up with it. You come over here, buddy, and I will do something to you. I will blank you. Oh, not the blank. Not the blank me. Oh, no. Oh, let's see what these guys are doing in here. We got some people in there. Not the blank me. Oh, no. Oh, very scary. Very scary, Tony. I'll be in every goddamn hood. Anywhere. And somehow, Gooch Grease AMATO thinks that somebody's scared of that little guy. A little loser who just sits in his house, just on his computer. A little computer guy. All right, I'll leave him alone, because it's not a cop. Gooch Grease Tony. The ultimate bluffer. The degenerate child predator. You, Tony AMATO. Stop fantasizing and stop dreaming about children. It's a small ass, Tony AMATO. Stop dreaming about children. Small ass. Those are your words. You guys want to hear it? We want to play it? We're going to play Tony talking about, oh man. Guess we're going to have to do it. Listen to a sick person, guys.
I had a dream that I raped Solomon in Nevada.
Like he's snorting some meth too.
I had a dream that I raped Solomon in Nevada.
What the fuck you dream? You're dreaming about raping a child? You dream? That's what you dream about, Tony? Tony, you dream about raping children? That's what you wake up in the morning, you say, you know what? I'm gonna tell the world I had a dream about raping a child. That's Tony AMATO.
This kid so that she could make money off of him, like she's his pimp. But he's just dumb enough to do it. Solomon Sassoon is a little cunt-tard. His mother, in my opinion, is a whore who
Reminder, he is not allowed. The order specifically says that he is not allowed to mention the family in any way. If you do that, and it says in her own words, that falls under disturbing their peace, which is a violation. Her own words, it's written out, like literally written out.
For breakfast, she could make money off of him, like she's his pimp. In my opinion, is a whore who drinks cum for breakfast. It just seems like somebody, I think somebody touched Solomon. I think Solomon got raped. I think Solomon's been raped as a kid.
What again? Why is he obsessed with talking about a child and rape? Why? What is wrong with him? Like I said, I've been meaning to reach out to his younger sister. She hasn't been active on social media for the last 5 years since her father died. I've been thinking about reaching out to her and asking her, but when you look at her father's pictures, everything online, there was nothing with him. They were all with his little sister. I think the father was like, this guy, my son, Anthony Jr., Gooch Grease, he's fucked in the head. He's a fucked up person. That's you. That was your choice. You don't have to fantasize about raping kids. You don't have to sexually harass people. You don't have to do that stuff. I mean, that doesn't seem like somebody who's like terribly confident in their sexuality and comfortable in their sex life. Who talks like that? Who talks like that? Oh, I know, Gooch Grease AMATO. This guy. The world is a better place without him, trust me. This guy is not gonna go down. When he leaves the earth, nobody's gonna be like, oh man, we're gonna miss him. No one, literally no one's gonna say that. Your own mother won't even say that. Your own mother won't even say that. And like I said, he is a Scientologist. He's literally documented. This guy is just another, he's like Joey. Just as goofy too. And honestly, he's just as harmless. Just talkers. They're the same. He's just more rambunctious and some dumbasses fall for it. Be like, oh no, he said mean things. Deal with it. I will say this, like if you're on streaming and stuff, you gotta deal with trolls. You didn't expect to have trolls? You thought it was just gonna be just fucking like sparkles and happiness? Man, this is real life. If you're online, 10% of the people who are out there watching you are some trolls, you're gonna get it. This guy's just another one. He's not even good because he's just, like I said, he bluffs. So all he does is bluff. Do some real shit. Come through with some real shit. That's how you become a good troll, Tony. Like I said, there's a reason why this guy has all these years 8,000 subscribers. All these years. He's scraping the bottom and barrel of the biggest scumbags he can find to come into his chat. That's all that's in there, scumbags. Degenerate scumbags like Tony. They come in there because they think it's funny for him to talk about raping children. Fucking weirdos. Weird ass people. Anyway, Tony, get some sunlight. Go outside, do something. Go enjoy yourself. I'm sure you'll be on live fucking ranting, just ripping your fucking meth pipe. Streets! How could he say this about me? How dare he talk about my lawyer? This guy, like I said, this is a guy who's got a 2-year restraining order. Never take advice from him. I never met somebody with a 2-year restraining order. Anthony AMATO, oh yeah, no, Angry Gay Pope got him one too. But he was, Angry Gay Pope was, a few weeks ago, was talking a ton of shit about how Ken Moxon and Scientology were gonna get everybody restraining orders. I was gonna lose my case. This is what the guy was hoping for. I beat their asses, both of them. Fuck out of here. You, on the other hand, Angry Gay Pope, your ass is restrained. Why? Because I saw the video. You walked into the fucking building. You kicked over a table. You were spitting. You were kicking on the windows at the test center. You are so fucking stupid. And you want to give me advice? This guy got mad because he said he gave me my business card and I didn't kiss his ass enough. First off, who walks around? What protester walks around with business cards? What the fuck is wrong with you? Shit was weird. What more do you want me to do? I ain't kiss your ass enough? Fuck you. Stop begging for money. And back to Tony. You're way worse of a degenerate. Way worse. On top of it, you're inconsequential and got your ass restrained. A restraining order. You know how embarrassing it must be that a 54-year-old man was restrained by a 16-year-old? A 16-year-old. Like, how bad does it have to be? And we know how bad it has to be. It has to be you talking about raping a child. You sick fucking person. Anyway, Tony, I own your ass. I'll be back over there tomorrow. You can go on there and do all your bluffing you want. If he comes over here again next time, not this time, but next time he comes over here, I'm gonna blank him. No, you're not. You're gonna hide in your little fucking hole. You little rat grease ball, gooch grease Tony. Yeah, so anyway, that's enough from me. I'm gonna go and do some other stuff. Damn, Roy. Damn, Roy. Damn, we're gonna, Roy, I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna do a lot of good with that. We're gonna do a lot of good with that. I don't know what yet, but we're gonna do some good out here. I'm gonna go buy Dave a sweatshirt too, for real. I've been telling him that for the longest time. Jessica didn't come through, so I figure I'll come through. We're gonna get Dave a sweatshirt. Damn, Roy. Shout out to Roy. Anyway, yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for tonight. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I might come on later if I go walking on Hollywood Boulevard. I was just rushing for time because I knew I wanted to get over there because I want to give you an update about his fucking crackhead lawyer. And just, what a joke. What a laughing stock. And I wanted to get there before it got dark. I was hoping to see more people out there so I could show his picture, but there was nobody really walking around right there. I know at dark it would be hard to do. Although I can come back later, but I doubt it. But yeah, no, shout out to the mods, shout out to the chat, shout out to Roy. This guy, Stephen Tamer, the lawyer, man, I think he needs to be reported. Tony, you did that. You brought that on it. I'm going to call your lawyer tomorrow. I'm going to say, listen, I'm reporting you. Actually, I'm just going to email him tonight. I'm going to say, listen, I'm reporting you. You can blame Tony. You can blame Tony. Because if he hadn't gone on YouTube posting it, I'll see you on Monday. This guy, all he talks. All he does is talk. He doesn't follow through with anything. Nothing. I went to law school with Stephen Tamer, loser, weirdo. Wow, that's interesting. That is interesting. Well, I'm gonna put him through it. Stephen Tamer are gonna learn about us. Tony, you're fucking get better representation, but you can't because you don't have. This guy's getting evicted all the time. You just got evicted. Like I said, Tony was talking about on the 16th last month how he had to move, claiming it had something to do with Solomon's restraining order. Come to find out, you look at it, there was a lockout date on the paper that he didn't even erase. It's crazy. It's crazy that this guy, this incompetent Tony, Gooch Grease Tony, didn't even look at the paperwork to see that it was a lockout date on it related to an ex parte motion for a restraining order. What the fuck? Man, Tony, you are, like I said, this guy is not smart. He's dumb, stupid. That's why he scams. All he does is he's a scammer. Doesn't he owe somebody money? I saw that he owes like some fucking, like a union money and stuff. Jesus Christ. This guy. So yeah, when he comes on his live later on, he's gonna talk. Just say, oh man, Tony, are you lying again? All you do is just bluff. You just bluff. No one's scared of you, Tony. Like, no one. Maybe two dumbasses are. And I call them dumbasses to their face for being scared of them because they're just dumbasses. But no, this 16-year-old worked your ass over. Just completely ruined you. And the end result is you're going to go to jail for violating a restraining order. It's just inevitable. That's going to be you. You probably be visiting your lawyer in there. Y'all both, maybe y'all be cellmates. Stephen Tamer. Tell your lawyer, why did your lawyer even talk to me? Like, why did your lawyer even, I was surprised that he answered because I called twice before that. I had to change the number up with a new Google Voice number so he wouldn't recognize it. I did it to, change it to, what I use, a Malibu area code. And he answered, he had an attitude a little bit at first, but then he seemed like, well, I told him I sent you the email earlier and it, made accusations of perjury, and he's like, no, I did. It was very funny. And so I said to him, you understand that you're representing somebody who's had these accusations where you're talking about child rape and stuff. The guy got real quiet. It could have been avoided if Tony didn't just talk about raping children. Again, that's a small ask. Small things. Like, don't talk about raping children. Don't talk about sexually assaulting. Small things, Tony. Stunad, greaseball, weirdo. Gooch grease. Goose grease, Tony. Put some gooch grease in his hair. Go ahead, man. Get your pipe ready. Put in another 8, 10, 12 hours tonight. An all-nighter. Talking about how good his life is. Imagine streaming for like 16, 17 hours a day and acting like you have some sort of life. Whoa, I have a girlfriend. No, you don't. The fuck are you talking about? Give me a break. No one's looking at that fucking cretin. Just look at him. Look at him. Seriously, guys. Women, is there anything appealing about that fucking... Like I said, he literally looks like he's like the epitome of gooch grease. Just a dirtbag. And then personality, obviously. Personality. His personality is, let's say, a little lackluster, huh? Like I said, Tony, you wish you could be me. That's the truth. You know it. But you're not. You're you. Like your family members said, you're that bipolar greaseball stunad. So you think about children instead. You're like, I'm just going to fantasize about kids. This is all I got. That's why you're alone, Tony. That's why nobody supports you except for a fucking couple of losers. And what does it say about them? I own your ass. So anyway, yeah, tell your lawyer I'll be calling him again tomorrow. We'll chat it up. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to Roy.